Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Kathy, and I am your Saint makeup gal. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of time to see if a few more people can jump on. We're in the middle of a snowstorm, so our connection might be a bit sketchy. So I wanted to make sure that everyone could get in that wanted to get in, and we will finish with our spring. No, that sounds weird, right? Our spring palette. This is the palette that we've been working with all week, which contains a cleaning tile, an illuminator, and 4 eyeshadows. And we are going to be doing the final eye look tonight. That's going to be really different because I don't even know which one I'm going to do yet. I was playing this morning and I still have a little bit of that on, so I'll be taking that off to share with you. But I wanted to make sure that I'm kind of probably going to cheat tonight and do 3 colors, but it's such an easy look. You're going to love me for cheating, okay? I've had a couple of questions, and I thought I will address those first, and then we'll jump right into the eye look. And if you're just logging in, remember I told you we are having a winter storm here. Yeah, it is March, and we've had snow, we've had rain, we've had thunderstorms and lightning, all of this in this very same day. And we probably have about 2 inches of snow out there. So, yeah, Northern Indiana weather is so great. So I want to make sure that for those of you that are just starting or following me or just finding me, because this video goes out to much more than just local. Since it's on the internet, I get comments from people that are very, very far away. So I want to make sure that you remember that when you finish with your foundation, you get everything on, it's the way you want. You are either setting it with a powder, and I do use Bye Bye Pores by IT Cosmetics because I have this, I'm going to use it up. I love the little tile that we have for our palette, but that is going to be what I use when I'm out and about. When I'm home, I'm going to be using these up, okay? And I do like this. It works great. The other thing I wanted to share with you were setting sprays. If you don't want to use a powder, you can use a setting spray. This is one I have used in the past. This is by Milani, and this one says Make It Last, and it has a dewy finish. If you want, I do believe they have a matte finish as well. I like a little bit of dewy. It's not overly over the top. It doesn't make you look like you could, that you're on a slippery slope. The other one that I picked up when I was online last week was the Make It Last. And this has an SPF in it, an SPF of 30. And I thought, that's interesting because we do need some SPF, so if you want, for example, if you've put your face on and you didn't think you were going out, but now all of a sudden you're going to go out and it's summertime, if it ever comes, summertime, and you want to give yourself a spray, this is great because this says it will give you an SPF of 30. All right. So I wanted to make sure that you understood that. One other thing that I wanted to share with you is I found this product by watching people on the internet. I have followed mature beauty influencers for probably 2 years. In the past year, before I started on Saint, I was trying to duplicate the look of Saint without buying Saint. And I just want you to know this is my container of product that I purchased in a year because every mature influencer told me this was great, this was the next best thing. And this is only part of it, all right? This was when I got to the point in thinking, if I'm trying to create the look and I'm not getting it, why am I not just investing in the product and trying it out? You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. you have a 30-day time frame that you can swap colors. And it was a no-brainer. Once I did it, it was a no-brainer. But for whatever reason, I kept thinking I could create this look. I could make sure that I did contouring in the right spots. I could make sure that I was only putting highlighter here on the outside of my edge, not putting much in here. I could put my main color everywhere else. You know what? It didn't blend. It didn't blend the way this did, and it didn't look the way this did. I wanted this luminous finish. I wanted the luminous finish without looking like I am a glazed donut, okay? And so that's the reason I like, even after I put setting powder on, you still see a luminous finish. It's not like it's gone. And I have spent far less on Saint than I did in that entire bucket because, like I said, there's more in the cabinet that I just didn't pull out. And we're talking some really good product. I mean, I tried a lot of expensive products trying to get the same look, and it just wasn't there. So I want to give you that tip. I want you to feel comfortable trying this product. There should be a link that is floating on your screen somewhere or pinned on your screen. If somebody can just let me know that, Barb, can you see that link? Is the link on there? See if she can hear me. Barb, can you hear me? Did I lose you? No. Okay. The link is not on there. Is it up in the description? Or it will be in the description when I end the video because I know I typed it in. Okay. So I've added another link within that grouping. So that will take you to the everything link, and it is on Linktree. And let me see once what you're saying. I don't see it. Okay. All right. So I will make sure that it is in the attached information on this post, because what I did was I added a cart with everything in this palette. So if you choose that you want to start and get this palette, you don't have to search and try to find the eyeshadows. They're already placed in a cart. Once you click on that link, it will take you to the Saint page. It will ask you to either register or log in, and you'll be able to drop that right in your cart. The only thing you'll have to decide is what palette you want. It will come up with a 4, but if you decide you want to go bigger, then you just say that, and it will still give you palette credit against whatever one that you're going for. So I hope that makes sense. Whenever, hi Tony, whenever you work on an order and you are putting qualifying tins in your cart, Saint is giving you credit for those. But should you finish and you think, okay, I think I'd really like to have the 8 palette, or I'd like to have the 12, you can select those. You'll just pay the additional extra, okay? You get the same amount of credit whether you go small or you go big. This particular size is a really handy size to even carry in your purse if you want to. You can put a couple of lip colors in here. Lip and cheek colors, you can put the gloss in here and take it with you, as well as the little tile for the dusting powder. So this is a handy palette to have with you. And of course, it's pretty darn skinny, so you can kind of go from there. Tony, do you like the eyeshadows that I picked? All right, what I need to do is I need to take my eye makeup off because it was applied this morning. Tony, I'm not sure where you're from. I'm coming from Indiana, And as I shared at the beginning of this broadcast, we have had rain, sleet, snow, thunder and lightning, all within the past 10 hours. It's so fun. It is so fun. This is what living in Indiana is like, because it literally is kind of goofy like this, all right? Okay, I don't have anything on my eyelids now, and I'm going to let those dry for just a minute, and then we are going to go and put on our actually, I'm going to use 3 colors. I know I am. And I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to brush over them just to make sure I have anything on there that's not moist. I want it off of there, okay? All right. So just as a review, and I have to look here without my glasses, so it might be hard. On Tuesday, we did Mama and Amethyst. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, Mama and Amethyst. On Wednesday, we did Amethyst and Glamazing. Thursday, I did Venus, which is this one, and Lullaby, which is this one. So tonight, I want to share with you how you take and put stripes. I had forgotten this, and I saw somebody do it in a video, and I did it this morning, and I thought, ooh, that's kind of fun. So we're going to put stripes on our eyelid, and we're going to blend it, and you're going to see how amazing this look is. Now, when you're doing something like this, you want to apply the color with the pointy end of the brush. If you are using this particular brush from Saint, you want to do the stripe with that pointy end, all right? So there's one stripe. I'm going to clean my brush. And then I'm going to go to Venus. This has a little bit of sparkle in it. And what I've noticed about Venus is because my eyelids are crepey, I don't know if it shows on camera, but can you see them moving? So it's kind of hard to pack that color on, which is the reason I showed you those little makeup applicators that you can get. And then we're going to end with Glamazing. And we're going to put Glamazing there. So I have 3 stripes. Can you see those stripes? I need you to throw up a couple of hearts and tell me if that's coming through on the camera. Can anyone see those through? Okay, so I am seeing that. All right, now I'm going to flip to the puffy end of the brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the outer corner with little circles. And I'm going to blend that color in towards the inner part of my eye. And I'm going to look in the mirror and see if I need a little bit. I'm going to put just a little bit more of that first stripe. And the reason is because I have hooded eyes and I need to put just a little bit more color up there. So when you have hooded eyes, you're not actually putting the color in the crease. You're putting the color right above it on that bone. And look at that. I mean, that's a pretty cute eye look, don't you think? I love these colors. I have loved these colors all week. All right, let's do the other eye so you can see me do it again. So we are going to start with Lullaby. Lullaby is the darkest color in this palette. I'm putting a stripe on the outside, cleaning my brush, going to Venus. I'm tapping off the extra. That's what you're hearing me pounce on here. And I have to kind of pack that on. Let me see if I can get it on with my finger. I'm not usually very good at that. Oh, yeah, that went on a lot better. I'm not usually very good with my fingers because my fingers have a tendency to do other things, okay? And then we'll put a little bit of the Glamazing on. All right, can you see that? And before I blend, because I learned on the other eye, I needed just a little bit more of that first color. So I'm going to circle it, and blend it in. Now, you don't want to blend it away. You simply want to soften the edges so that you can't see where it starts and stops. That's the look. I love it. I really do. I'm a purple person, and so I really do like purple, and that first color that we used is a very deep plum, and I think it looks great on just about anyone's eyes. I don't usually put color down here unless I'm going out sometime and I really want to make a little bit of an emphasis. Remember, I already have tight lined my eye because I did that this morning. All of this is from this morning. So tight line is just sneaking a little watercolor automatic pencil. I used one from L'Oreal, and I just put it underneath there, and I'm getting the water line. And the reason I do that is because I'm not steady enough to be able to do liner on the top lid anymore. And because my eyelids are so crepey, I wouldn't have a nice line. So this way I get the look of eyeliner without actually putting the eyeliner on. So here's your palette again. This is your cleaning tile. It's great to be able to clean your brush right from here. If you are never taking this with you and you want to skip that, you can also add 2 more eyeshadows. But on the link that I will place in the description above when I end this video, you can click on that. It will take you to my everything link, and you'll see it. I think I titled it Kathy's Spring Palette. And you'll just click on that. It'll take you to the Saint website. You'll register if you're not already registered, and it'll drop it in your cart. It's a beautiful thing. So I tried to make it as easy as I could. So as a wrap up for those of you that are just now popping in, and if you have any questions, feel free to throw those up. Make sure that when you're finished with your Saint application that you are setting it with a setting spray or a translucent powder. I do both, and I'll admit that. I do want mine to last. I have a tendency to, if I'm working at my desk, I'm putting my hands on my face. And so I want to make sure that I'm trying to set my makeup. So the first thing I do is actually, once I'm finished, that's when I use my setting spray. I let that dry down, and then I go back with my powder. And again, I don't put any powder underneath the eyes. That's going to cause more crinkling, and you're going to see a lot more texture if I do that, so you stay away from your eyes. Throughout the day, if I want to touch up, if I think I need a little bit more blush, you can easily go to your brush. It may even still have a little bit of color on it, and you can just pounce. Remember, when we have mature skin, we're not swiping. We're pouncing. We're just kind of stippling the product on our face so that it's there. And, don't do the mistake I did. This is portion of the purchases that I made in a year trying to duplicate Saint, because I didn't want to buy it. I don't know why. I kept thinking I had so much already, and if I bought it, then it was that I have saved so much money. You have to remember, influencers, when you're watching influencers on the internet, their job is to sell whatever they're showing. And so they want to try all of these different products, and then you think, oh, maybe that'll work. So you go to Target and you find it, or you go to Sephora or Ulta and you pick it up, and you come home and you think, yeah, that didn't work either. So 30-day guarantee, money back guarantee. If you decide you want to purchase Saint, you also have in that 30-day time frame time to switch colors around. If you think, I'm not sure those colors, those colors that Kathy picked, I'm not quite sure those are for me. You've got 30 days. You can swap them out. We can find the right color for you. But I'm telling you, if I get a good photo from you and it's in front of natural light and you're looking in the camera like this so that I can see a bare face without anything on it, I can see if you have redness, I can see if you have age spots, anything that you want to cover up. And based on your skin tone, I'm going to suggest a certain color to use for that. And we'll see if we can't get those things covered for you and go from there. So the best thing to do is to take the plunge. If you're kind of sitting on the fence and you're not quite happy with the way your face looks right now, you can look youthful again. You really can. And I think that's, the youthful look is, do you remember when we were in high school and there was always the girl next door who looked like she didn't have any makeup on? She just looked like she just was gorgeous. That's the skin. That's the amazing part of Saint. It can give you that look. I have seen transformations that are unreal. I actually posted one on my Facebook page this week of another Saint artist, actually, who's going through skin cancer treatments. And she has red blotches all over her face. And when she showed the video, I thought, oh my gosh, that looks bad. When you get to her final picture, you are just going to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's the same woman. It covered them all. She said she had to be out working. She had to be with clients, and she couldn't go looking like she was before. So she put her Saint products on and it covered it. It's amazing. So try it. I think you're going to like it. Let me see if I have any questions. Does anyone? Oh, Tony, you're in Texas. I had a couple of you on here that were in Texas. Marianne, are you still on? What's it doing over your way? How many inches do you have? We probably have at least 2 inches here. So, all right, folks, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to close this before I lose connection because the weather is making the internet kind of going in and out. Make sure you check the link. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks for stopping. Bye-bye.